Better Call Saul continues in fine form as they continue on their well set out program and remains, in my opinion, the best show on television at the moment. So the episode, this one, Black and Blue, concerns everyone being terrified about the answer to the question, where's Lalo? And we find out where Lalo is. He's not where they think he is, where you sort of have the two different viewpoints, or what the same conclusion, where Kim is getting scared of this business with Lalo, and Saul's concerned about it, but he's not as nervous as she is at this point. The other person who's really nervous and panicking is probably one of the few times we actually see Gus get in this state, because he was always so cool and controlled, but he just doesn't know where the guy is, and that's the thing. He's almost breaking, and of course we see more of the setup of what would become the big infrastructure of where Walter White comes in to make meth for him and all that. So you get those little things, but it's just all this apparatus that Gus has, and yet it's because he doesn't know. And that's what irritates, if he knew, then he would know what to do. How do I counter this? You're supposed to knock him out. He's supposed to be dead. It didn't happen. So this is, what does Gus look like when he's scared? This was it, and, but it's still in keeping with, the nature of his personality and all that. So it's not like it's, all of a sudden a 180 or anything like that. It's not. All of his characteristics and traits that he goes through while he's trying to maintain his surface shield, facade, that he's still in control and the master of everything, and he's not, not now, because even Mike is like, hey, we'll deal with it, and he's not so sure. It's to the point that he's scrubbing the tile in the shower with a toothbrush, just because he's just on the verge of panic about this. And it's everything he's worked for. It's everything he's building to. We know that his ultimate victory, which ends up being his downfall over these guys for what they've done to him. He's in that mode, that the whole plan that he's planned that we see come fulfilled in Breaking Bad, and yet his enemies are circling around. They're suspicious of him. They know he's up to something, but they just don't know how and what exactly that he did. So it's all well played out. The other a bit here is Howard is zeroing in on Saul. He's, and of course they made a mistake in how they set up, but it's the only way to make it happen for their little scam they're pulling on Howard. And but of course, all he had to do was talk to what's his name, the Ed Begley Jr. character. I'm forgetting his name at the moment. And once he mentions Kim, it's okay. So now he knows what to do here, because this is very serious what they're doing. They're destroying this man, and so now you've got a new problem. So you're dodging Lalo. And now Howard's going to look for a way to bring you down. So a bit of a mess for Saul Good, the former Jimmy McGill. So that's all well and good. But finally, the answer to where Lalo is. Well, Lalo, as you didn't know quite what it was when he was talking on the phone, and he said, I can't find anything. I don't know how to get him. And then he suddenly a light bulb goes off, and he says, no, wait, I do know. And so we see that, and what he's following up on, one of the guys who ended up having to be executed by Mike, no less. He follows up on that. That's going to lead him to Gus. And, of course, we know it won't work, because Gus is still very much alive and in control and everything in Breaking Bad until Walter White comes along. But so, well, it's not going to end well for Lalo, but so far, he's on the hunt, and we see all that in this episode. And I'll leave it at that, because I'm just on the periphery. I don't want to spoil the whole thing. But once again, another fine delivery of a show that just knows what it's doing. And that's a rarity these days. So enjoy it while it lasts.